Hi, my name is Hadi Tiranvalipour. Okay, so if I want to tell you about my story, I have to come back 2 years ago because I decided to escape from Iran. I had some problem in Iran. Actually, when I was in Iran, I had really good situation because I was a television presenter, I was a coach, and I finished my master degree in a sport manager in one of the best university in Iran, and all of my situation was good. But one day I decided to spoke about Iranian women because on that time I saw about myself. I have to say something about my people, especially about the women. But on that time, the manager of the television said, "This is out of your business. You can't talk about this topic, this issue. If you want to speak about this one, we have to do some another behavior with you." On that time, I started to thinking, here I don't have even freedom to be a speech about something, some small things. On that time, I started to thinking about immigration, and actually, for the Iranian people if they want to change their country or they want to immigration, it was too much difficult because if we wanted to take a visa, it's not too much easy. On that time, I started to think maybe it's really good solution to take a student visa because I finished my master degree. Maybe I heard about the Italian university. They are really good and they want to give us the scholarship, and maybe it's really good idea to come in Italy and to continue my study. And I took my student visa and I came here. When I came here, I was thinking, okay, now here is like a heaven for me. I was thinking like this. But actually when I arrived here, I had really difficult situation, and I didn't expect like this because maybe 10 days I live in a forest, and it was really difficult for me. And after 10 days I found one small room. I live with 10 people with a different country, for example Africa, Afghan, and Iranian, and for example European, but for example it was just only two small room, and we lived 10 people there. And after that 3 months I live on a sofa. 8 months I had really difficult life, but one thing's still alive for me on that time. It was my dream, and on that period I was never give up about my dream. And I told by myself, Hadi, now is difficult, but if you stay, if you will be too strong now, you can take many things in future. One of the biggest, my message for everybody now can hear me, is really like this. On that period I was never give up. Every day I had a training, I had a discipline, and I told by myself and I pushed myself to training on that difficult time. And I started dreaming about the Olympics. I told by myself, Hadi, now is difficult, don't make excuses. Maybe you don't have a gym, but you have a park, and you can go for the park and you can training and you can running. And 8 months it was difficult for me. After 8 months I started to communicate with the FITA, with the Italian Federation Taekwondo, and one day I decided to go directly there because in these 8 months I started to send a message for them, send the email. As you know, the Italian process about the communication email, it doesn't answer to us. But after 8 months I thought by myself, maybe it's really good idea to go there directly. When I arrived there, I started to speak with the president, and I told him, President, in Iran I was a world champion, Asian champion, I had many medals. 8 years I was a member of Iranian national team. My resume is like this. Now my living situation is like this. I live in the forest, and my situation is like this. But he said just only one word to me, and he said, Hadi, tranquilo, I will do my best for you. Not me, all of the FITA. But he started to speak with the Ministry of the Sport, the Ministry Abudi, and Minister Abudi and President Chito They are collaborative to each other, and they work about me to take my positive refugee process. And I told them, this is my resume. I was world champion, Asian champion. The IOC gave me a good response, and they say, okay, it's our pleasure to have you. And I was under the refugee flag because on that time I didn't have any identity. I was not Iranian, I was not Italian, but I have to find some solution to continue about my dream. And I think about maybe the refugee, it will be good for me. And I started to compete with the refugee flag, and I had many medals in some tournament before the Olympics. And for example, 2 months, 3 months before the Olympics, it was the announcement for this who wanted to go for the Olympics. And on that day, they started to say about me. They said, okay, Hadi, you are the one person who wants to go in Olympic. Actually, one of the best experience and amazing experience in my life. It was like, because, you know, I started Taekwondo 20 years ago when I saw one match in Olympics in Athens. On that time, I started to say my mother, I want to be an Olympic. And my mother, the next day, my mother registered my name in the club. But after 20 years, I reached out my dream, and it was really amazing for me, because it was one of the best experience for me when they announced my name wants to participate in Olympics.
How was your childhood in Iran?
My childhood?
Yes.
My childhood was really perfect. You know why? When somebody asked me, Hadi, what do you want to be when you want to grow up? And I didn't ask them, I want to be in engineering, or I want to be in a doctor, or I want to be another. I just only one answer to them. I want to be an Olympic champion. I want to be participating in Olympics. You know, this is my childhood dream about the Olympics. And I started Taekwondo when I was 6 years. And even in the 6 years old I was dreaming about Olympics. I was dreaming about I want to be a champion in future, not like a doctor, not like, for example, engineering. About my childhood, it was real. For example, somebody wants to, on that time, somebody played PlayStation. I was in a gym. For example, my family was in the vacation for the something, but I was in the gym. I was in training. I had many discipline in my childhood dreams. It was really perfect about the childhood.
And what about your family? Is in Iran right now?
Yes, my family right now in Iran, and we are communicate together. Every day I spoke with my mother, because I had really close relationship with my mother and my father. It was really difficult for me to left my family. If you ask me, one of the biggest my regret, what is this? I want to tell you to left my family and my parents, because it's really difficult for me to left them. But every night I spoke with my mother, and she said me one thing. She said me, Hadi, if you will arrive your target, I will be happy here. So now I push myself to be arriving my goal to happy my mother.
Did you have also an experience in television?
Yes, 2 years in Iran I was a television presenter, and I spoke with Iranian people about healthy lifestyle, about motivation, about psychology. And it was really amazing for me, because it was a different style. And other things I really liked them. It was I share my knowledge, my experience to people in the live TV show. It was really perfect for me.
What did you say about women rights in television?
You know, maybe I say it in a really not good time, because in 2021, in the last time of the 2021, we had one small revolution in Iran about the Mahsa Amini, and all of the Iranian people wants to fight to change the regime. It doesn't matter you are boy or girls, we are same, okay? And for example, if I have one work, it's possible to work, one girl to work like this, you know. There is no any differences between the boy and girl. I say something like this, you know. But after the program, they say no, it's not possible. It's out of your business. If you say something, we can do another things with you. But after the program, they didn't call me again. It was officially fired up, you know.
Can you tell something about your experience in Paris?
Yeah, sure. Exactly. One of the best experience I had ever in my life, it was in Paris. For the Paris, I had many sacrifices because 4 months I had many discipline about it. I didn't want to go for Paris as a tourist, you know. I wanted to go there to take a medal because it was my dream. And every day I had 3 times training. And when every people was sleeping, I was in the training. I was the first person in the gym and the last person left the gym. I had many discipline about my taekwondo, my process. But about Paris, everything was perfect, but when I entered the court, everything is a little bit changed for me. I had many imagination about this emotion, but you know, the Olympics is too much different. Actually, it was my first experience to participate in Olympics. When I entered the court, I saw 10,000 people stand up and cheering me. It was the first time I had experience like this. But you know, when I didn't get medal, until now, I don't have a good feeling, and I couldn't able to overcome about this feeling. You know, it was too much difficult because I had too much sacrifice about the Olympics. But about it, generally, it was really perfect for me to participate in Olympics. It was my dream.
How can you describe the Refugee Olympic team and in general the Refugee Olympic program?
Look, refugee Olympic teams is really different with the, for example, Italian national team, Iranian national team. Why? Because we left everything. We left our family, we left our country, we left everything to arrive in our goals. For us, it's too much difficult, and maybe sometimes we don't have a really equal way with the, for example, national athletes. For example, they have really good training, they have really good coach, good diet, good food. But for the refugee, how is it possible to manage about everything? But it was good. Why? Because I work with the national team in taekwondo. But about the refugee Olympic teams, about another athlete, it was too much difficult to manage about it. Like, for example, one athlete. Another things, we represent in Olympics as 100 million people, you know. It was our message for the world. If we want to participate, we are represent for 100 million people displaced in the world. So it was really amazing for me, and I proud of myself because I was part of this program. And it was really amazing experience for me, and I liked it.
Okay, and what do you think about your country's government?
My political situation, I'm not political man, okay? I'm an athlete, and I don't know what will happening about the future, but I wanted only one thing. I wanted to Iranian people to be happy, you know. This is my desire, this is my intention for the Iranian people. All of them, they will be happy in future. I don't know what will happening, but now Iranian people, they are not happy, you know. We have many problems. We have to solve this problem, and we have to be together to solve this problem. I don't know what will happening, but I really like to see my people will be happy in future.
And what do you miss more about your country?
My family. Yeah, my family. One of the biggest my regret in my life to left my family, my mother, my father, my brother, sister, because we have really close relation with each other.
And how are the relationship with your with the other guys of the federation, the Italian team? During the training, do you have some friend?
You know, yes, Actually, I wanted to be honest with you. For the Olympics, I have another category in the Italian national team. He was the Olympic champion in Tokyo, Vito Dracula. Yeah, exactly. And first of all, it was my pleasure to training with him, and I would like to say the Italian national team, they were really, really kind with me. And I didn't see any differences between the Olympic champion and Hadi Tiran, you know. It was really, really pleasure for me to see something like this, and they care about me, they care about my mindset, they care, everything was perfect. But you know, the sport is like this, we have to compete to each other. Yeah, out of the court we are friends, but when I enter the match, when I enter the court, we are not friends, and we have to compete to each other.
Do you have some sport idol?
A sport?
Sport idol.
Sport idol.
Which is your sport?
You know, in age, my sport idol is gonna be changed. You know why? Because I wanted to learn from, for example, you. Maybe you teach me something I didn't know, but you are my idol, you know. I didn't have, for example, one idol, a specific idol, I don't have. But when somebody give me lesson, give me something I didn't know, maybe he or she, they are gonna be my idol.
Do you have any messages or a message that you would like to share with the young people that maybe want to start training in?
Yeah, exactly. I have one message for all of the people can hear me now. Never give up. This is really, really important message for the young generation, because now if you spoke with some young generation, they want to be an Olympic champion in one night. It's not possible. After 20 years, I reach out my goals. 20 years I felt down, you know. One day I get up, and I wanted to send a message for somebody. If you felt down 8 times, you have to get up 9 times. This is the important things, not in the sport, even in the study, even in the, for example, university, work, job, sport, everything in the life. Never give up. Don't make excuses. If you have a target, you have to push yourself to achieving your goals.
Do you have some dream?
Dream.
Which is your dream?
My dreams now is starting to take a medal in Olympics. Now I'm still young, and I'm thinking about the Olympic Los Angeles 2028, and I want to get medal in the Olympic Los Angeles. And beside my sport, I want to be a good professor in future. I don't want to share my knowledge, share my experience as a taekwondo player, no. At the moment I'm a student in the 𝗛𝗱𝗶 University, and I want to finish my study, and I want to continue my education maybe in University Bologna. But I want to be a good professor to share my experience and knowledge to some student in future.
For the next month, do you have some sport goal?
For next month, I want to go for some vacation.
Okay, only vacation for the next month.
No.
Where?
No, for the next one, yes. But I didn't have plan now where I want to go for the Natal. For the new year, I have many plans for my taekwondo, and in these 4 years, from the 2025 until 2028, I don't want to push myself to just only taekwondo, because for 2020 until 2024, I just only thinking about the Olympics. I just did a sport. But for the 2025 until 2028, I want to do, beside my sport, I want to learn Italian language. I want to learn, for example, I wanted to finish my master degree, to continue PhD degree. I want to work, you know, all of them together. I know it was too much difficult to manage all of them, but if I have a plan, maybe I can do it.
Do you want to come back in Iran?
Sure, 100%. I can tell you sure, but I want to come back in Iran when the situation is gonna be better. You know, when the situation is gonna be better, I will come back Iran, because I like my country.
And how do you see yourself in 10 years? Maybe.
It really is too much difficult question. especially when you ask from somebody's immigration. You know, we are 10, you are, for the Italian people, you are 10, I'm 0, you know, in my opinion. I have to work hard every day to arriving 10-10, you know. For this reason, I can't tell you what where I will be in after 10 years. Maybe I don't know what will happening about it tomorrow. Maybe I'm gonna change my country, you know. Maybe I will find the good program in another country. I will go. I don't know what will happening about my life, but my way is clear, you know. My way is health, and I would like to be one day my parents make a proud of me.
How do you think about Rome? Do you have a friend here? And it's your second home, Rome?
Yeah, Italy is my second. Yeah, Italy is my second home. And when I entered Italy, somebody asked me, "What do you? Okay, now you want to request it for the refugee. Why you want to choose Italy? Okay, go for some countries better situation, economy, job, and something like this. For example, maybe in future you are doctor, you don't have job, and you are Olympian, you don't have job." But I say just only one answer. I'm comfortable in this country, you know. The culture is near my country. The people, they are really, really kind, and they are really, really generous. The food is perfect. But I said just only one answer to them. I'm crazy about this country, and I want to stay here. I don't know what will happening about the future, but I want to stay because my heart is calm here. And Italy is my second home. And I like the Italian people too much.
How do you think about religion? You are religious?
No.
No?
No, I'm not religious person, really. I believe God 100%, and I connected with God, and I spoke every day with God, and I requested many things from God, but I'm not religious person because in my idea religious is just only, I don't know, you wanted to show it in your magazine or website about myself, but the religious is just only one advertisement for the people.
Here in Italy we have, for example, the police, the firefighters. Do you want to enter in police, for example?
No, really no, because as I told you, I want to continue my education, and
Okay.
it's really important for me. I prefer to be a professor in future. Yeah, I prefer to be a professor in future better than police. Actually, you know, now all of the Italian national team, they are a member of the group
Yes.
of this team, and it was really amazing for them because they gonna take some money each month without any working. They are training, they take money, they take a benefit. But in my desire is like to be a professor in future, like some people like this.
And teach what?
Teach psychology, I like.
Psychology?
Yeah, I prefer.
So, are you studying psychology right now?
And now my thesis is related about the psychology.
Okay.
So the university and the study is very important in your life.
Yeah, it's important. Yeah, it's there, you know. I know one day my sport is gonna be finished, and I thought by myself, and every time I ask myself, okay, when your sport career is gonna finish, what you want to do? Nothing. Okay, I say, okay, maybe the study can help you on that process.
So do you suggest the university career for young people?
Yeah, exactly. It's really important. Now maybe some parents they don't want to make a permission to some their children. Okay, when you wanted to enter the gym, maybe you miss your study, but it's not like this. You know, if you have a program, you can do everything you want. Now I'm working. Now I'm studying. Now I do my professional sport. I'm learning Italian. I'm too much busy, okay? But I have a plan for each of this classification. If I have a plan for all of them, I can do everything. But it's obvious I can do, for example, 100% for Taekwondo. It's not possible. But 80%, for example, 60%, after 4 years, I have all of them. You know, I have all of this package together. In my opinion, you have for the new generation, if they are, look at me, if they did some sport, if they do some sport, okay, continue about your education because education is important.
Do you want to become a TV presenter presenter also in Italy?
Yes, if I have a chance for this, I really like to be like this. I don't know what is the process after, because I just only 2 years in Italy, and I don't know really how can I contact with some Italian people. Really, it's too much difficult because we have too much different culture. Not too much, but we have a different culture. So I don't know how can to communicate with them. How can they accepted me? How can they process? You know, all of them is too much difficult.
Just another information about Singapore, because we saw that you
Instagram
went,
stories.
yes, you went in Singapore. How was the experience with the 𝗛𝗱𝗶?
Actually, I'm a competitor. I'm a fighter. You know, for me it was not acceptable. But on that time, I started to advertise about this sport is good. But now I'm gonna tell you, I'm not fan of this sport. But as you know, the technology day by day is improving. And if we lost the technology, maybe we lost a new generation after 10 years. In my opinion, maybe in Olympic 20, just only in my idea, maybe in Olympic 2032, it's gonna be like this. So they advertise it many things about the virtual taekwondo. Maybe in future they wanna do something about the virtual taekwondo in future.